Hey everyone, let's begin. This is fabric from a previous DIY, a thrifted dress. There's a lot of structure to it, so I knew I just wanted to make some edits. I knew I wanted a deep V with the built-in bandeau, so I'm just making those shapes here. I got inspiration from one of SOFIA Richie's pre-wedding looks. So chic and adorable, but still very structured and a little modest. I love it. I didn't have enough fabric to do a dress, so we're gonna make it work with the top. I drew a line marking how deep I wanted the V-neck to go. Used some tailor's chalk to just start making the V-neck shape. To make sure it was even on both sides, I measured in two places, a little bit apart so I could lay my ruler on those two marks and draw the same line on the other side without having to fold. Next, we're going to add the seam allowance. Standard seam allowance is 1/2 inch, and it is the line that you cut. So I'm marking it on the inside of the lines I've already drawn. And I'm definitely eyeballing that, so you can be as precise as you like. Next, I'm cutting along the seam allowance, and I do not know why I'm in such a hurry, but these lines are fixed down the line, don't worry. Next, I wanted to remove the buttons because I was gonna have a center seam with no buttons, and I pre-measured the fabric that it would work, so I'm just cutting them out here. Now I'm taking them to my serger and just overlocking the edges I just cut. Here I'm pinning for a rolled hem on what's going to be the bandeau. Because I'm too cheap to buy a mannequin, I'm just pinning down the seam allowance on myself, hanging the bandeau to see where I want it to sit on my chest. And I wanted to create that triangle in the middle, so I'm deciding where to pinch the two sides together. I was prepping this piece with the intention to trim it. Not sure how much I needed yet, but we're gonna do a rolled hem. I ended up doing a rolled hem here, and I decided where I wanted to lay the bandeau and pinned it down. And we're gonna sew along the seam we already made down the V-neck. Next is a cleanup and trimming stage. We're gonna sew down along the sides to cinch it closer to my body. We're gonna create the V at the bottom of the shirt, and I'm gonna overlock the edges of the bandeau. Here's the top turn to the right side out, and I decided to continue the bandeau under the armpit, measured some extra fabric and sewed along the seam already there to hide the new stitch. The V at the bottom kind of allows it to be folded under if you want, so I can do both. And here's the final product. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys have any requests.